Good evening, Pine Cliffs. I'm your host, Galen Good, and welcome to the Pine Cliffs Observer, watching them to keep you safe. Oh, sorry, listeners. It's been a long day for me. I went to watch our local hockey team, the Pine Cliffs Lumberjacks, play the Redwood Terrors, watching the game at our little community college's indoor ice hockey rink. For those of you that were unable to attend the game, the Lumberjacks won 3-2. And one last thing before I get into the news, listeners. Listeners, do you remember Thomas? Thomas, our former station manager, lost his life on July 4th. In accordance with the station's policies, Thomas's funerary service will be held here at the station. It will be held in about 2 weeks, and, of course, there will be live radio coverage. Now then, on to the news. As we now know, Pine Cliffs, 2 hours east is the little town of Redwood. This was shocking news, as we had never before had a neighboring town. We'd never even had roads leading out of Pine Cliffs. So, now knowing what lies to the east, we have turned our eyes to the west and sent our faithful station intern, Elsa Talbot, on the westbound road out of town. She didn't want to take the portable broadcast equipment with her. She was actually unwilling to go at first, due to what happened the last time we sent her out of town. You know, that business with the Wanderer. But I assured her that since she stole the Wanderer's car, there is no way he would be able to keep up with her, and that the odds of seeing him again are incredibly slim. With these assurances, she drove west out of town just before the game started. Yes, drove. She, of course, drives around in the Wanderer's car. I mean, what was she going to do with it? Give it back to him? So, yeah, she drove out to the west and texted me a few minutes ago. I swear I will figure out this whole notification thing someday. Hi, Elsa. I am assuming you're picking up our little radio station. There's a text. Yes, she can still hear our little station. She said that she entered a town just a few minutes ago, and had just pulled up to a gas station/convenience store when she texted me. The stretch between us, Pine Cliffs, and this town is apparently unremarkable. Just a flat, snow-covered expanse. It's a small town, maybe 3/4 the size of Pine Cliffs. It's called Snowbank, and for good reason, Pine Cliffs. Apparently there is a massive snowbank, 25, maybe 30 feet tall, encircling the west side of town. The rest of the town seems to be covered in snow as well, but just a few inches of the stuff. Oh, another text. Huh. This is odd, listeners. Elsa said that the Wanderer's car, the one she's been driving for the past hour or two, well, she says she can't find where she's supposed to put gas in. Says something about how it explains why the fuel gauge hasn't moved since she acquired the car. Well, listeners, I've learned my lesson when it comes to this kind of stuff. Elsa, I trust you completely on this. No need to send me any pictures or anything. It's nothing personal, but that picture you took of the Wanderer gave me nightmares for about a week. I'm just playing it safe. Looks like another text, Pine Cliffs. On a side note, if anyone can help me turn notifications on my phone, that would be great. I'd do it myself, but last time I tried, the phone just displayed strange symbols, and I got a slight nosebleed. Anyways, back to the news. Elsa says that she has wandered into the convenience store portion of the gas station. Apparently, they are having an amazing sale on hot dogs, listeners. Buy one, get one free. She says that she doesn't see anyone there. No other customers, no one managing the register. The store is apparently dead silent, devoid of life. Well, listeners, while I wait for another text, here is this week's weather forecast. Sunday will be cloudy, with temperatures expected to reach the high 70s. There will be a light breeze coming out of the north at 3 miles per hour. Monday will be a cold, bitter day, as it always is. temperatures are expected to reach roughly 25 degrees below zero. Make sure to wear plenty of layers and try to keep your pipes from bursting, Pine Cliffs. Tuesday through Friday, well, I can't tell, listeners. This part of the forecast seems to have been redacted. So, maybe stay inside from Tuesday to Friday, listeners. Saturday will be mostly cloudy, with temperatures expected to hit the mid-70s. Well, listeners, as expected, I have received an update from Elsa during the weather forecast. She searched the convenience store for anyone, and she found no one. As she was about to exit the store, she saw some items. A few bottles of soda sitting on the counter in front of the cash register, as if someone had been checking out. She picked one up expecting a warm bottle of soda, only to find that it was cold, as if someone had just taken it out of the refrigerated shelves in the back of the store and placed it on the counter. Elsa put down the drink and quickly left the convenience store, going back to her car. She is now looking around the little town of Snowbank, trying to find anyone who can explain what is going on. Another text. Elsa has found a set of footprints, listeners, but it looks like she doesn't want to follow them. She says they aren't shoe prints, but footprints, as if someone is walking barefoot in the snow. She doesn't want to follow them. Something about them is wrong, but she can't put her finger on it. She's following the footprints anyways. Slowly, cautiously, not leaving the imagined safety of her car. Well, listeners, while I wait for more news from our wonderful intern, here is a word from today's sponsor. Listeners, do you feel restless? Can't go to sleep? Feel alert, like you're being watched? You don't? Well, for just a few dollars a month, you can receive all these benefits and more. Just sign up for Amazon Prime. Amazon. We know where you live. Listeners, during the word from today's sponsor, I received a flurry of texts from Elsa. It would appear that she is currently leaving Snowbank. She had been following the trail of footprints in the snow for a few minutes when they stopped right in front of a local restaurant, a place called Frosty's Bar and Grill. Anyways, she opened the car door ready to go investigate the restaurant when it hit her. The smell, listeners. The thick smell of copper, of iron, of a slaughterhouse. The smell of blood lingered in the air around Frosty's Bar and Grill like a fog. Elsa quickly got back in her car and drove off. She did send me a picture of the town Pine Cliffs. Apparently, from the east end of Snowbank, you can see what the town is named after. It really is something, Pine Cliffs. I wonder what makes it do that. Sorry, listeners, I thought I saw something move in the picture. Yeah, it's moving. It's moving closer and closer to the camera, and fast. No. I know those chains. The mask. That smile. Too many teeth. Listeners, the Wanderer is in the photo. He is currently in the foreground of the picture, just far away enough from the camera for his entire body to show. He is holding up a piece of paper. Guess it's time to zoom in again. Just get in the radio, they said. It'll be easy, they said. There we go. What does that say? Proverbs 19:15? A Bible verse? Really? That seems a little bit cliche, but I'll bite. Okay, open up Chrome on my phone. Type in Bible verse. And there we go. Proverbs 19:15. Slothfulness casts into a deep sleep, and an idle soul shall suffer hunger. Okay then, does that paper say anything else? I hope not. The Wanderer has exited the picture. What could this mean, Pine Cliffs? What is the Wanderer trying to tell us? Oh well. I guess I'll put on some coffee. Thanks to that picture, I won't be sleeping tonight. Maybe I'll help Elsa study for that accounting class when she gets back. Well, Pine Cliffs, I think I'll leave you to the rest of your evening. Up next on our airwaves, something none of us should know, and that none of us will remember. This is Galen Good, signing off. Until next time, Pine Cliffs. Until next time. This has been Pine Cliffs Radio, written and narrated by myself, Kuhullen96. A quick shout out to Rainer Lewington. He got me to start this, and he's better at the whole writing thing than I am, so go watch his channel. Link in the description, of course. If you like this show, please like, favorite, comment, and subscribe. And by the way, thanks for listening.